Sit up. Feet flat. Breathe in through your nose for 4. 1.
Now that's the opening to the short film I just dropped. We had no budget, a small crew, and an editing process that genuinely tested me. Let me walk you through how we did it. The mood board was a continuation from the part 1 of Distant Lover. Part 1 of Distant Lover focused on the female perspective of long distance relationship. Now this year on Valentine's Day, we did a part 2, the male perspective. The same level of anxiety, if not even amplified, came from the male's perspective of missing and wondering where his lover is. He was on this train trying to race to his woman. It was difficult for him to sit with that agony, that pain, and that anxiety. As you guys can see within the film, the tension building up within him because he misses the girl he loves so much. And he struggles with the battle of understanding what being loved is like. As it says in the short film, even when she told him he loved him, it was hard for him to believe it. That's why he cried. It was a struggle to be loved because he could barely love himself. The story felt worth telling simply because I can put myself in the shoes of that person. Not in the sense of having a long distance relationship, battle of loving yourself and loving someone else at the same time while trying to build yourself. That is something I grasped onto, and I was like, I want to be able to tell this story. The idea of Distant Lover didn't come from me. It came from my boy Ralph because I've seen short films and other photo shoots that he's directed, and I truly believe that he has a great mind. Truthfully, I didn't have an idea of a short film I wanted to shoot or record. I just wanted to bring something to life using my background in editing videos and things like that. He gave me 2 to 3 concepts that he had in mind, and he asked me to pick. There were 2 that I wanted to pick from. I was immediately grasping to Distant Lover. Let me make it clear, the storyboard and the mood board was not from my creation. I was simply brought along to the process up to that point. My creation was the editing process, the color grading process, and actually shooting and recording some of the films. Me and Greg were both shooters. Now this is the real BTS, the behind the scenes. We had one main actor, his name was Woody. He was also featured in my last short film, Nat Viv. He did such a great job evoking the correct emotions that I pitched her off to bring him along for this short film. And after a few conversations, we agreed to bring him along for the project. And he did a great job as well. So we had an actress that resembled the first woman from the first short film. She only appeared for a short amount of time. As you can tell based off these clips, she did her big one. There was no budget, so these actors and actresses were just simply close friends that we had to ask to help out, and they were more than willing to do so because they're going about their own modeling and acting careers, and they wanted to be a part of something special. When it comes to location scouting, that was mainly Ralph's job. The scenes that we had to shoot were a train scene, a bathroom scene, a room scene, and we also shot a last-minute elevator scene that wasn't really a part of the pitch, but it played beautifully within the role in itself. A bathroom and the room scene and the elevator scene were all shot in one building. Our close friend Reek, he has a studio. We used this place to film majority of this short film. We had to use the bathroom to shoot the kind of the man in the mirror type of thing to show him battling himself through the mirror. We also had the hand scenes also within that as well. The elevator scene was supposed to depict psychosis or a mental state of him battling himself and battling the man and the beast within him, trying to be a better man for himself and a better man for his lady. So all those over exaggerated scenes of him grabbing his head, grabbing his hair, and just losing his mind while just sitting so calmly and posely within the train. We're trying to show his anxiety, and the tension building up within. That's what we're supposed to depict from a visual standpoint. Now the room scene was shot directly in Reek's studio itself. He has a sofa couch that we use as a fake bed. We shot a couple angles, only one in the right one came from it. Another location was Chinatown. We used Chinatown to resemble a city, liveliness, and like all of that. That Chinatown scene is when the actress really came about, and we utilized her skill for the hour that we had with her for very well and very precisely and perfectly. We were walking down Chinatown, got clips of that. We have a stair scene where she's supposed to look back and almost as if it was a flashback. Also, the reason why we shot in a slow shutter was supposed to resemble a dream effect, as if this is not the reality. This is his imagination playing tricks on him. That was a great scene in itself. Now the train scene. The train scene is where we got some of our best shots. We were in the train for multiple stops, and we were trying to get every angle and every depiction that we needed for this film accurately, and we did such a great job in the time crunch that we had. I wish we had more B-roll from all locations, but explicitly the train scene, because we use that so heavily in the film. Like, one of my favorite shots from the train scene is the rising of tension as the camera pans up. You can see the camera pan up slowly as the anxiety is building. It was just a perfect touch. That was more in the editing process, less of the actual intention of the poet, but still beautiful in itself. Another scene that I liked, well, it's just very simple, but it's just something that I enjoyed as an editor, seeing it and being able to color grade it, was a scene where we got catch him from the side, pause. You see the perfect focus on his eyeball, and just being able to color grade that, manipulate that exactly how I wanted it to be, was something. Now the edit. How do you hold your creative vision while getting feedback from people that also care about this film just as deeply as you? That was a struggle that I was not ready for, because in the past, typically all the trust and honestly some of the even creative direction has been put into my hands to say, Ryan, go crazy. I appreciate that. I'm very thankful that people trust my creative vision and allowed me just to cook up. This was different, because having those multiple opinions not only reinstated what I already thought, but also gave me a different outlook and a different perspective on even the simplest of cuts and the simplest of placements of clips. Like, as some editors may already know, every clip needs to have a purpose. Every clip needs to have a meaning, especially when you're doing a short film that has such a deeper meaning within the poem itself. So I understand that some people don't like other opinions. Some people don't want people over their shoulder editing. While we were in the studio editing and just talking it through and figuring out how we want to go about this, how we want to go about that, it made me become a better editor overall, because now I understand more about what you're thinking when you see this. Like, one small thing that I just didn't understand, if we made a cut or change that was 2 seconds of worth, like a change of clip, almost every time without fail, they'd ask me to start the video from the top and just see how it flowed. For me, being used to editing so much, I'll just watch maybe 5 seconds before I made that cut and just go about it like that. Seeing that and doing that over and over again made me understand more of why they're doing that. They want to see the overall flow of the film. That one change, like, it might make sense just for the instant we keep replaying, but it will make sense if we play it from the beginning. Will it tie in? Seeing that level of detail, I'm not used to that. So having that overbearing shoulder wasn't as overbearing. It felt like a team effort. It felt like a collaborative effort. But just being able to see how someone goes about doing certain things, especially when they both have the same end goal and the same passion for the project as you, made me appreciate more the art. The art of filmmaking. One little tip that I learned is some scenes need to breathe more than I would typically let them breathe. Whenever I edit a video, I'm not used to having literal black spaces. I usually fill that with something, with some noise, with some anything. But sometimes that silence is louder than the actual words that are being said. Was that deep? There are certain portions of the film where they intentionally left it black. I'm like, oh, what do you guys want to put here? They're like, nah, just leave it empty. I was not used to it. As I watched the film again, from beginning to end, multiple times, those empty spaces started to mean more to me, because they actually weren't empty. They were filled with whatever emotion they're trying to depict. And honestly, overall, I'm just proud of the team that was put together to make this happen, and the consistency, their time and dedication to help bring this film together. Even the poet, he did such a fabulous job. It was so deep, layered, and meaningful. It made it almost easy to edit. That's how well he wrote that poem. The process from beginning to end was a pleasure to be a part of. The amount of calls, the amount of hours, the amount of dedication, I'm truly proud to be a part of something like that, and I can't wait for the next one. What this means for RSF is I'm gonna continue to push myself as a creative to create more content and put myself out there, not only from behind the camera, but also in front of the camera. I won't say I'm the most creative person in the world, but I'm definitely one of the most dedicated. God put this story in front of us for a reason, and we just have to be obedient and tell it right. Every person a part of the film made sure that was what happened. No question about it. Distant Lovers Part 2 is linked in the description and linked above. Go watch it after this and let me know what you felt. My name is Ryan, aka RSF. Peace out. Boom!